Hello, and welcome to the Book Coven.
Howdy.
That's Chelsea.
That's Lillian.
And this month, we chose book to movie adaptations.
Yep.
Movies that came out this year.
This year, yeah.
Specific.
This is the first episode in the three-parter.
Oh, yeah. Tons coming up for you guys. The first one, good old Stephen King, Pet Sematary.
Yes.
Classic. It was
fucking classic.
the book came out in 1983-ish. Don't quote me. Somewhere. And then the first movie was 1989.
Yeah.
And then they just remade it again, as they do, which came out earlier this month, I think.
Yeah, I think it was March. This year. 2019.
Yeah.
If you're listening to this in the future.
Oh, whoa. Time travel. Someone has an Infinity Stone. Because Avengers came.
Yes, thank you. Fortunately, there's no book we can read. Well, we could do comics.
Oh, let's not dive into that one. Oh, boy.
That could get lengthy.
Yeah. All right. Hot synopsis coming at you. When Dr. Lewis Creed takes a new job and moves his family to the idyllic town of Ludlow, Maine, this new beginning seems too good to be true. Yet despite Ludlow's tranquility, there's an undercurrent of danger that exists here. Those trucks on the road outside the Creeds' beautiful old home travel by just a little too quickly, for one thing, as evidenced by the makeshift pet cemetery out back in the nearby woods. Then there are the warnings to Lewis, both real and from the depths of his nightmares, that he should not venture beyond the borders of this little graveyard. A blood-chilling truth is hidden there, one more terrifying than death itself, and hideously more powerful. An ominous fate befalls anyone who dares tamper with this forbidden place, as Lewis is about to discover for himself.
Woohoo.
Because he's a dummy.
Well,
Anyone named Lewis. Lewis.
He is kind of an annoying character.
Oh, yeah.
I freaking loved this book, though.
Great
It was
book.
gripping. There's a reason
Super
it's one of
gripped.
his
Grip
tops.
tight.
I was gripped.
Yeah, he said
Edge of my seat.
this is the book that scares him the most out of everything that he's written.
Nice.
I don't
It's very
agree
well
with that,
written.
but it is very
It's
scary
well written.
and it's well written, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
well
just
written.
hollow inside and no longer care.
Well, remember it came out 83, right? So
Yeah,
this
yeah.
like concept was probably newer and
Yeah. It is always disturbing. I mean, kids getting
well, yeah, exactly. And,
brutally killed.
and then
He's a
kids
father.
murdering people.
Yeah.
Kids murdering people is always funny. There's that movie with the children of the corn, essentially.
Yeah.
And
Like, it is always scary, but there's a small part of me that's like, haha, you're two.
Yeah, you're exactly.
Let's fucking
Can't
kick
we
you.
just punt you like across the room and be done with it?
Although if I saw a little 2-year-old charging at me with a knife, I'd probably just close the door. I don't want to deal with that.
No.
Nope. He can't come out. I can't reach the handle.
Well, and you can't like
Toast.
knock it open.
Yeah.
Knock it open. He's too
I
little.
thought you said knock it down.
knock the house down.
Yeah, super good book. The family dynamics were my favorite part.
Yes.
You really
Yeah.
love these guys in this book. I had some issues with Lewis and Rachel as people.
As people,
But,
yeah.
As like a family unit, they're very nice, very cute. Lots of touching moments.
Yeah, they love each other.
Oh, the scene where Gage is flying his kite.
Yeah,
Just
that was
before
beautiful.
he dies. Oh, so cute.
And how into it they were getting with each other, and
Yeah,
they were having
yeah.
a nice father bonding moment. And then he like
yeah.
says, "Too bad he won't live very
And
long."
you're just like, oh.
Oh,
And then you
well,
flip
that's
the-
where
and
this
then you
is
flip
going.
the page and you're like, oh,
he's dead.
Yeah, they love their kids.
They
It's
do.
so fucking cute.
It is.
Which is what makes this such a punch in the face. The whole horrible things that happen.
All the wonderful, horrible things.
Oh, yeah. So in this book, Gage is the one little 2-year-old that gets hit by a truck, killed.
The Ornico trucks.
Ornico
Right?
trucks. And then,
Driving too fast.
Yeah. And then, of course, he buries him in the pet cemetery and he comes back to life. And that's not great. In the film, Ellie gets it, but we'll talk about the film later. It was bullshit in the film. It's much more effective when it's little Gage.
I think so.
Because
because he's too.
He can't even talk yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And he gets, like, smoked by a truck. Not that it's easier to watch an older kid get hit by a truck. But
no, but it makes more sense that the little kid gets hit by the truck because
Yeah.
he's the one who doesn't really think about being in the
running
middle
in
of the road.
Yeah, it was like a game to him. when they
Exactly.
were
He's
running.
like, oh, chase me,
Yeah.
right? Like, so that makes more sense.
Yeah.
And it's more terrifying at the end of the book when he comes back and he's just giggling.
Yeah.
It's this
And,
2-year-old
suddenly
giggling,
he's
and he's talking
in full sentences.
Exactly.
And he's saying
but like
things
with
he
baby
shouldn't
voice.
know. Yeah.
Which is terrifying.
And he viciously kills like 3
I
good
know.
lord. Jiminy Cricket.
Jiminy Jillikers.
Yeah, it was really fucked up. Loved it. Super dark. Way to go, Stephen King.
Way to go.
I wonder if he was just looking at his kid like, I could do something with this concept.
That'd be funny. What if you got hit by a truck
be
and
really
then came
sad.
back to life?
Ah,
Wow, Steven.
money, let's go.
Hold on now. I want to try this drink.
Oh shit, we didn't. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I dove right in, guys.
Dove right in.
I'm so sorry. Okay,
But
yeah.
look at this.
Food
This
and
is
drink.
beautiful.
So
These desserts are
I
so
made
cute.
yes, I made
So cute.
Remember those dirt cup desserts when you were a kid? So it's vegan pudding and crushed vegan chocolate cookies to be
Love
dirt. And I put some worms in there.
Yep.
Some super cute. And then there's some leftover
Game of
cake.
Thrones
Yeah.
cake.
And then in the book, they drink a lot of beer. And
Yeah.
as you know, I fucking hate beer.
Yeah.
But I had a Moscow Mule recently, and I liked it.
Okay.
It's ginger beer and alcohol.
Ginger beer,
so let's
vodka,
test
lime.
it. Yep.
Cheers.
Woo-wee.
That's good. It's a little sweet.
Yeah, it's like intense cough medicine.
Very
like I
limey?
said. Yeah.
It's a little weird. I kind of want to try the beer on its own.
I
Ginger beer sounds good.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, but I like it is a weird taste,
It's
but
a weird taste.
you get used to it. It's refreshing.
I don't mind it.
It's good spring
We use the
drink.
Crystal Head, so it's a good vodka. It's not like we went cheap on
Oh
this,
yeah,
guys.
we're like real professional here. No $5 vodka.
None of that bullshit.
Okay, back to the book.
Back, diving on in.
So it was a pretty slow burn, but I love me a slow burn.
It was slow. I was getting near the end, and I was like, shit.
Yeah,
no one's
it
dead
goes
yet except
off.
Norma.
Yeah, it goes off
Which
the
was
rails
sad.
at the end. But I think we can all agree Stephen King writes like suspense.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
one of the best. You know that's the best part about horror. Too much horror these days. Just step, step, step. Blah,
Yeah,
blah,
yeah.
jump,
This
jump,
was kind of nice. You're waiting, especially you know what's going to happen because
he
I mean
tells
we
you
see the movie and
yeah.
he tells you and
Which usually
obviously-
we usually be like, "Wow, Stephen, spoiler
alert. Yeah,
But no,
But no,
it
it
works
made it
because the
good.
whole book you're just like, "Oh no."
you're just waiting,
no.
especially when Lewis asks like, has anyone ever buried a human in there?
Funny you should ask, Louis.
Well, Judd freaks out at first, right? Like, what? Who would do such a? Yes, actually. Thanks, Judd. Thanks.
That's me lying.
Nice try.
Oh yeah, real spooky.
I liked Norma.
Norma was cute. Judd and Norma
were adorable. I mean, until he admitted that he like bought prostitutes and stuff throughout his marriage.
But
That's fucking weird.
Judd or Lewis did that too. He admitted that he had cheated on Rachel. It's just a lot. I don't
Like,
know. Was
what?
it just in the time?
But they
Like,
were
let's
just-
get prostitutes.
They just like threw it in casually.
And you're like, oh, am I not supposed to hate you for this? 'Cause
Right?
It's still cheating on your wife.
Jesus.
Do you think what Little Murder Gage said was true? That she was fucking other people too?
Oh, I was
'Cause
wondering
they
that.
said the other one had truths.
They did, yeah.
The other one that came back to life.
And I feel like it's either, I mean, it could be either, right? It's either true or he's lying just
fucking
to
with
try
you.
and get to him.
Yeah.
Because, like, maybe there
Damn,
was
Norma.
no secret Norma had, right?
Yeah.
But,
Although, you know, if my husband was getting prostitutes, I too would just go ham. Like, fuck you.
yeah,
You're gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat.
I'm a cheat.
Cheat more than you. I'll show you.
I'll show you. Look at all this dick.
I love
Norma.
I love like the image he paints with the houses, the cute little main houses,
Yeah.
and they're like little old person,
Yeah.
the doilies, and,
Yeah.
and they're like gardening and shit.
Yeah, and she's
Poor-
got her arthritis.
Oh,
so-
poor Norma.
Poor Norma.
Yeah, the detail in the book was super dope. they really get into the whole Micmac burial
Yeah.
ground and what the Pet Sematary is. And the Wendigo, you see the Wendigo, which isn't like usually in movies and shit, it's like this skinny werewolf. This is like a huge fucking demon monster.
And they kept talking about the Wendigo. It wasn't just the first time, like, he hears that sound and it's like, oh, it's just a loon in the blah, blah, blah. That's not a loon.
Hello, Lewis. You hear that loon?
Yeah, that's just a loon.
Yeah, sounds travel.
funny.
Yeah. Yeah, the first time he goes there is much spook. Very
detailed.
dark, very detailed. Yeah. How he describes how you're just pulled there almost against your will. You don't have to, just as long as you don't look down and think about where you're going, you'll get to it.
Yeah.
Just
crazy.
Oh, man.
It's because it wants you to bury people there.
Yeah.
It wants to bring them back to life.
Anyone that sees it, the rest of your life, you have this pull to share it with others. And then it's implied that Gage didn't go into the road on his own. The burial ground.
There.
Yeah, and because they wanted Lewis to be an idiot, which he was.
Yep.
And there's a poor ghost Pascal that died, and then I feel like he was chilling in the afterlife, and
he's
then
like, well,
like,
shit.
gotta go warn him.
Yeah.
I know you just met him, but you gotta warn him not to fuck up.
He tried to help you, man.
Yeah. He's probably just sitting there in the back like, Lewis. Come on.
Lewis.
For fuck's sakes.
I was a little surprised that Judd didn't try and bury Norma there, but I guess he's old. And I think the whole Norma plot line was kind of to show that how much Rachel hates death and is scared of death.
Also, like, the Wendigo, so he's sort of like a demon in this. And usually they want, like, the younger and more pure and innocent you are.
That's true.
They're drawn to that, so.
Fair enough.
And they wanted Lewis, like, right as soon as he got there. They're like, ooh.
Let's kill his cat.
Lewis. Fucking Rachel.
The Rachel Zelda plotline. Wow.
I hated Rachel so much.
I didn't. Oh my god. Yeah, because like you,
as people, they're
and her parents like were obviously awful.
I get her trauma. So her whole thing. Her sister had spinal meningitis and died horribly. And while they left her alone to watch her, and she choked to death.
Yeah.
And
as she was feeding her, I guess.
And then, that fucked her up. And she always thought, because her sister was so sick, that you get angry when you're that sick. And she thought that her sister hated her and wanted her dead. So it fucked with her, and she doesn't like death. Any mention of it, she's like, oh.
I know, but
which
like
I get
therapy.
It, but don't put that shit on your kids.
Right? Don't start hiding death from them just because you're scared
when
of
the
it.
cat dies, Lewis has a beautiful moment with Ellie. He's trying to describe, like, he's a doctor, what death means, like, scientifically and also, like, spiritually, what people
could mean,
believe. And she's all like, Lewis! She doesn't talk to him for, like, 2 weeks. She has a fit. Like, your kids need to know about it.
He gave such a beautiful description, though. He's like, it could be this, or it could be nothing. We don't know. And the only thing that people have is faith. And Ellie was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she got it. Yeah, she just wished she didn't want her cat to die.
She just didn't want, which is fair. I don't want my cat to die.
If you make a whole scene and you're like, don't fucking talk about this.
I know.
Of course she's going to be stressed out. Do you want your kid to be as fucked up as you are? Get it together, Rachel.
Pull yourself together, woman.
And Lewis is kind of a dick, too. He's very, like, kind of a little pushy, when she starts throwing, he's just like, whatever, Rachel, I don't care.
Go to your parents' house.
Their whole grieving process, he wrote it very well, the whole,
he did,
like, how hollow you feel after.
But the way everyone else was pushing Lewis, saying, like, you have a living daughter, you need to take care of her, and he just like, refused. No. He just refused.
Which I get it, your kid is dead.
But at least everyone else was noticing that he needed to put that effort in.
Rachel fucking fell apart and she was crying nonstop. You just sit there like, it's real hard. Real suck.
I think I'm gonna go bury him in the Micmac burial ground.
God. Lewis, come on.
Ellie will be better once Gage is alive. Like, that's not how it works.
Here's your dead, deformed brother.
Back from the grave.
Oh, I did love the undead cat.
Yeah.
And how they're just described as
clumsy.
Yeah. They're not necessarily always, I think animals, the whole thing, you come back either as like a murderous shell of a person or like cannibal. I guess animals, it's just like, you're just slow.
Yeah, well, and he was eating, like, animals he was hunting, right? So
it just, like, stumbled around.
Yeah.
No grace.
No grace.
cat grace.
Beautiful.
Just plopped down. Loved it.
and he was stinky.
As soon as Ellie came back, everyone just like, no. No, thank you.
Yeah, even she's like, I don't want to sleep with him anymore. He smells bad.
Wow, rude. That's your pet.
Just give him a bath.
Cuddle.
Give him a little scrub down.
Should I just do a quick rundown of everything that happened in the book?
Sure.
Moves there. Meets Judd. Takes him to the Pet Sematary. Spookiness ensues.
Ooh.
Cat gets hit by a truck. He's like, light bulb. Judd takes him back there. Buries the cat. It comes back.
Silly Judd.
It's a slow cat. Kills some things. He's like, this ain't right.
This is
Something ain't right
weird.
with this cat. Kid dies. Smoked by a truck. Judd's like, don't you go burying him in that cemetery. He's like, no, I won't. I promise. And then he goes on a whole quest. He really put some thought into it.
Fuck, that was a
Yeah,
quest.
it's like a 3-day. He sent his family away. He's
Yeah.
like, don't panic.
Yeah, just
Go to
with your
Chicago.
parents. Yeah.
And everyone was like,
What are you doing?
yeah, they all thought he was going to kill himself,
Yeah.
which is fair.
No,
That
totally.
seems very suicidal.
But,
But he was like,
yeah.
yeah, don't worry about it. Just go on down. And then while they were there, Rachel and Ellie were having like psychotic hallucinations about something wasn't right with Lewis. Like the good side was drawing them back, and then the bad side kept pushing Rachel away.
Yeah.
And they had her come back just when it was too late. Because, he buries Gage. And then he comes back,
Yep.
little Gage, and kills Judd first.
Yeah, Rachel had gone straight to Judd's house.
Yeah.
She had promised to go there before going to her house, which is weird if you think your husband's going to kill himself.
Yeah, was stopping with my neighbors.
Yeah.
What's up?
Hey.
Need some sugar? So then the kid kills Rachel, and then Judd has asleep Lewis is asleep
Lewis,
this
yeah.
whole time. Wakes up, makes some eggs, sees a strange car outside. He's like, huh. And then Rachel's dad calls saying that she had gone. Is she there yet? And he's like, oh, fuck. Goes on over. Both of them are dead.
Yep.
Little fucko's there trying to kill him. He fucking stabs him. He injects him with
Morphine, like
Morphine,
too much
yeah.
morphine. He did that to the cat, too.
Yeah.
He killed the cat first.
Yep, and then they die. He loses it, and he gets it in his head that because he waited like 4 days to bury Gage, that's why he came back. So he's like, well, Rachel's fresh. I'll just go bury her now. It'll be fine.
Oh my god.
And then his friend...
But he didn't even think about it. He just started doing it. He didn't
That's
even
the
have
old Wendigo.
thoughts. He just wrapped her up.
Yeah.
It
Here
didn't
we go.
and he's like, and he's whistling?
Yeah.
It said he was whistling.
And he transformed. He had like gray hair.
Yeah, and looked like an old
Oh, he
man.
burns the house down.
Yes. Yeah.
And then his friend comes over and sees him as like this weird, crazy old man. He's like, hey, you want to help me bury my dead wife? No worries. And the guy's like,
Don't worry, she'll be back.
yeah. So he does it, and then it ends. He's in his house. Rachel comes by and like puts her hand on his shoulder. And, it's, I get implied that she kills him.
Darling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the plan after that, do you think?
Right?
They're just gonna...
In the epilogue, it said that Lewis was never seen in Ludlow again.
Yeah. They
So,
just, like, fuck off to Mexico.
Did she
chill on a
kill
beach.
him, or did...
She definitely killed him.
You think?
Yeah. Or ate him.
Maybe?
I don't know if she brought him back. What's this Wendigo's goal? What you want, Wendigo?
Yeah, right?
So you just
want
turn people?
more dead
Yeah.
people? Because in that case, then she probably killed him and buried him.
And then he's back, and they're just
Right.
they're just gonna live in that.
What could it mean?
Anyways, yeah, someone's gonna move into the house. The whole thing's gonna happen again.
Yeah, yeah.
Jolly. So it ends on a sweet note. Mm-hmm. Ellie doesn't die.
Great ending. Yeah.
But she's just traumatized.
She's just, with her
'Cause now her
grandparents.
whole family-
Her whole fucking family's dead because
Yeah.
her dad went crazy. Oh my god.
Yeah, now, great. So probably some trauma there in her childhood.
Poor girl.
Need some therapy. But her grandparents are rich, so
Yeah.
all is well.
There should be a sequel where it's Ellie trying to uncover the secrets of the Micmac burial ground.
Was that what the second Pet Sematary movie was?
There's a second Pet
I
Sematary.
think they made a sequel.
Oh shit.
An older one. Guys, did they make a sequel? Or were they
We don't know.
Another good part of the book. I really like the funeral scene where his father-in-law comes up and Lewis is sad. He just lost his kid. He wants to bury the hatred and just like shake his hand, you know. And his father-in-law refuses to shake his hand.
And just yells at him.
They get drunk, they fight, and the coffin almost gets pushed over and emptied, which would have been sweet.
Brutal.
That was great.
Oh my God. How inappropriate. You're at a funeral and you're arguing like they were screaming at each other.
Yeah. And also the father-in-law is a guy who tried to pay off Lewis when he said he was going to marry his daughter.
Yeah. It's like, I'll pay
he wasn't good enough.
I'll pay your student. He's a doctor.
Yeah, he's going to be a doctor. What else do you want? If I told my mom I was marrying a doctor, she'd be like, thank Christ.
Good, get out. Yeah. You go take that husband, give him some babies.
Everyone wants a doctor husband. That would be so nice.
Exactly. Hey, I've got this lump on my arm. What is it?
All day, every day, that would be our relationship. Am I dying?
How could it not?
Honey, do a CAT scan.
I didn't feel hungry for breakfast. Is it
dying.
cancer?
It's death. You just wake up expecting like a nice wife, like, oh my love. I'd just be like, am I gonna die? Give me drugs. What?
Yeah, so you shouldn't marry a doctor.
No, I really know every single doctor I've encountered wants nothing to do with me. I'm a nightmare.
I'm dying. You're just hungry.
Oh, man. So, yeah, book.
Fantastic.
Isn't my favorite Stephen King book? That's a good question, Lillian. I still think it is the scariest book for me. Childhood trauma. I will never, true. And I had to reread it again. No.
Yeah, it is scary.
Also, I think book-wise, The Shining is my favorite book.
Oh, I fucking love The Shining.
Just that whole story.
Yeah, it's so great. Yeah.
But yeah, it's really, really good. If you haven't read Pet Sematary,
fantastic.
I don't know why I never read it.
If you've even watched the movies, just read the book. It's so much better.
So much better.
Yeah.
And we will get into the movies now.
Movies!
I have never seen the original one. I just read a quick summary. You watched the original.
So for reference, the original one from 1989, it is more like the book, because Stephen King actually wrote the script for it. But it seemed like in editing, they just decided to cut out everything in between. So the movie had zero flow. It was not cut together well. And the only reason I knew what was going on is because I read the book.
Oh.
But otherwise, it's just this mess of like, here's a scene, here's a scene, here's a scene, dead.
Cool.
But it was more,
Nailed it.
It was more like the book than the new movie is.
Did Stephen King
And the acting in it was fucking terrible.
It's a fucking 80s movie.
So bad.
Did Stephen King ever say anything? Like, ew.
No, I didn't look that up. That'd be funny if he was like, guys, I regret this.
Shit. This new movie we saw not that long ago, Hot Garbage also.
It wasn't great.
Yeah, really.
Much better than the original.
I was excited going in.
I know.
And, wow, I wanted to sleep. Really, it was tough sitting there.
Yeah.
Jesus. It's like they had
the acting was better.
Yes.
But it wasn't great still.
I do like the actor they chose for Luke Reed.
Yes, I liked him. I didn't like the actor for Rachel. The actor for Judd, I love him.
Yeah, he's
John Lithgow.
He's like that. Yeah, he's that old man in every movie.
He's beautiful. He's perfect. And when he dies, your heart breaks because he played Judd perfectly.
Yeah.
He loved Ellie perfectly. Oh,
it's like they had the whole bare plot of the movie. You know, everything technically was there. It's just they just flew through it.
I know.
And it was 2 hours. They had plenty of time.
They had so much time.
They never really go into the burial ground.
Yeah.
They say Wendigo once in passing. He looks at a picture of it, and that's it.
So I didn't even think Wendigos would be in the book.
No explanation, which, I mean, sometimes that works, but it's like they just made it thinking, well, everyone knows Pet Sematary.
But we did.
Not everyone knows. You still gotta fucking spice it up a little.
It's from 89 to 2019, it's a new generation of people watching this film.
I didn't care about any of the characters.
Me neither.
At all. In the book, I loved them to death, even if I had issues with Rachel and Lou, but like in the movie, couldn't give a fuck.
Ellie didn't have any dreams about, which was like the whole ending of the book is her premonitions.
Yeah. None of that. Also, in the movie, they make Ellie be the one that gets hit and killed and brought back.
So if you've watched the old movie and you read the book before going to this one, that's kind of cool because you're expecting, as Gage is running to the road, you're expecting him to die, and they're just like, swoop, nope. So, I mean, it's kind of...
Yeah, but...
It's good in a way, but it is more scary when it's the little child.
It would have been darker.
It's darker.
Creepier.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end, it is implied that they do kill Gage because they all get killed and buried, and they come back as. And
I do like that. They're like the Pet Sematary family now.
That was cute. I like that.
Now we're undead.
But yeah, nothing like. There's just nothing.
Yeah.
No family.
It wasn't scary
bonding.
enough.
No,
there
not
was
scary.
Not enough
Weak
family
jump
bonding.
Scares. Like there was one where
with the trucks,
she looks over there, and then she looks over there. She looks back. No,
it's Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was forced.
And I really wanted to see all the shit he sees in the graveyard.
I know.
He sees like this big face that's like floating, kind of like in the
old movie that looked so. They did it. They did the face coming out, and it was so fucking bad.
Okay, see, there's that scene in The Exorcist where you see a flash of the demon's face.
It wasn't a flash. It was like here. It was floating, and then it like went. Oh no! Brandon's looking. He's like, "What the fuck was that?" I'm like, "It's in the book. Don't think about it. Let's move on."
It is an 80s horror
I know. And I had to remind myself while I'm watching. I'm just like, oh, fuck. Why did they put that in there?
I love watching old movies now. We're all just here like, weak.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because some of the new horrors are so good.
Intense.
And you're looking at the old stuff and you're like, oh, my God, they didn't have CGI.
What the fuck is this?
Some animatronics going on.
Yeah, it was just such a fucking bummer of a movie.
Yeah.
I already forgot. Like, as soon as I left it was just gone out of my mind. Yeah, Don't care. Couldn't care less.
I was remembering as I'm reading the book, and I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, that wasn't in the movie. Yeah.
It looked good filming, nice house.
It was a pretty looking movie.
Yeah.
It was nice to look at.
I liked the structure. They made the mound of the trees.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, the Pet Sematary looked cool.
Didn't get into them how
the
it was
Micmac
cold.
Burying Ground didn't look right. They didn't do like the circular pattern, and
did they go through a swamp?
And it wasn't big enough. They did, and it looked better than in the old movie because they actually made it foggy and like spooky and lightning and stuff.
I like the stairs in the new movie. Yeah, they nailed that.
They did.
Yeah, the
stairs weren't in the old movie, which is weird because he made such a point to say that there were like 45 steps or whatever.
Yeah, because if you just blind go upstairs, that's scary as fuck.
Yeah.
And Judd, he gave like so many speeches about what the Pet Sematary is and what happened when they brought that other kid to life. Yeah. The movie, he was just like, hey, go bury your cat. That's it.
Did he not talk about the guy who was buried there in the new movie?
He didn't talk about it in the movie.
Oh, no. Shit.
They never mentioned that a human was brought back.
Oh, my God.
Yep. Oh, and they didn't have the funeral scene.
Oh, because there was no Norma.
They had the coffin drop, and they didn't have the whole viewing fight.
Yeah.
Her parents
weren't in it, really.
I think you see them, but you don't know that there's a hatred.
There's no
him and Lou. There's none of that.
They got rid of all the family dynamic, pretty much.
The Zelda thing is in there.
It is
like, she has nightmares.
And it was spooky.
That's probably the scariest part, but again...
But they made her die in a dumbwaiter, which I think was really dumb.
It's much better. It makes more sense if, like, she chokes to death. Yeah. And you're, like, an 8-year-old.
Like, why did she climb into the dumbwaiter? Yeah. Like, you don't have to go inside to grab the food and bring it outside.
Ooh, they did do a good job with Pascal dying.
They did.
Because his, like, half his head
Half his head is actually gone. And
pouring out. That was pretty... That's spooky.
In the old movie, Pascal was really lame. He was just a ghost following them the whole time and like warning them. And he's like, "Don't do that, Rachel." Or like, "Rachel, you need to stop him." And
he warns them once in the movie, and then just like, "Peace,
bye."
This whole thing, it was like the good warning the girls and the bad luring Louis. They don't get into that.
I know.
It's just like, hey, bury your kid.
Yeah.
Okay, done.
Yeah.
No questions asked. I will do it. Get into it, man.
Get into it.
Because now in the book, it makes sense. The Wendigo, he cursed the land.
Yep.
And he brings them back. as like murdery cannibal things. In the movie, it's like,
beautiful.
well, is
What's
it
going
Ellie?
on?
Who is she now?
Yeah.
Is it like so in the book? It is
And why'd she kill
It
Judd?
is actually them. They're just fucked up. In the movie, it's like.
In the movie,
Who's
there was
this?
no point in her killing Judd, whereas in the book, Gage kills Judd because Judd's trying to stop the burials in the Micmac ground.
Yeah.
And obviously it's like, well, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, he tried to stay up and wait for Lou to come, and then
He fell asleep.
the ground like knocked him out.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it stopped. It broke
It
Rachel's
pulled him to
car when
sleep,
she was
yeah.
trying to drive there. The movie is just like, meh.
Yeah,
They'll
fuck it.
show up. He just opens his door. The kids.
People just want jump scares now, right?
Yeah. There was like 3 jump scares.
I
It wasn't
know.
even that. If it was a shit movie full of jump scares,
know.
at least like I have that. Oh,
Oh, yeah, at least I was startled.
now I was
You've given me a fright.
Jesus Christ. What a bummer of a movie.
Yeah.
2 hours of like, okay.
So we recommend you read the book.
Yeah,
if you watch the movie and you didn't like it, trust me, you'll still like the book.
Always, that's always the case with his movies.
Yeah, I know,
Like
I know.
1 out of 10 is good, and the rest of them is.
It's hard to do a book justice because that's the thing is you've got like 400 pages of detail, right? So obviously they're going to miss something for the movie. I mean, you don't want them to miss as much as they did in the new Pet Sematary.
There have been winners, like the Netflix one. Gerald's Game.
Ooh, that was good.
I do like the Shining movie.
I do too.
With the book too.
But
Good.
Jack Nicholson, he fucking takes it home. Like I think what made that movie is that she was actually afraid of Jack Nicholson.
Yeah.
And I think that's beautiful because he's chasing her and she's actually afraid. So she's not even acting anymore. She's just like, fuck, why did I agree to this movie?
That was a good. I remember
So
I had
great.
that horror literature class in high school.
Yes, I did
and
too.
We watched the movie and then read the book and like it was great.
Yeah.
Good for both.
Yeah.
Good job.
I know.
What else? Under the Dome was a shit TV show. I got like 2 episodes that don't bother. Yeah, they keep trying to make his shit into movies.
They do, yeah.
And it's
hit or miss.
I really got to read interviews. I feel like he wouldn't be the type that would be like, wow.
Yeah, I don't see
garbage.
him. Yeah, I don't see him badmouthing.
He's always just like, I had a great time watching it, which
And, like-
usually means he did not have a good time.
He knows they're not going to do the whole book, right?
Yeah.
He knows that it's not going to happen and it's not going to be detailed. And you know what? Half the time he's probably like, "Fuck, I wrote this 30 years ago.
Yeah,
I don't
go for
remember.
it. Just give me my money.
Just
Go
give me
for it.
just
Do
give me
it."
the check."
Yeah, if I was an author, I would be very hesitant about anyone making.
Well, and
movie,
you'd be honored that they want to make a movie out of your book, right?
Yeah. You know what? There's
And It was a winner, the new It.
oh yeah, it was good.
That was damn.
They're redoing Misery.
Oh.
The old Misery was
I
good.
haven't watched that.
You didn't watch Misery?
No.
Kathy Bates is obsessed with this author, and like she's like a crazy fangirl. She breaks his leg, kidnaps him,
shit.
keeps him hostage.
Oh my god. That sounds
As you
awesome.
do.
Yeah, clearly.
I mean, to be fair, if any of the Hemsworths were near me,
if they
I
were
would
in
get
this,
the temptation. I get it. I don't know if I'd break their beautiful legs.
No, the poor
I'd
legs.
probably kidnap them. Don't come near me. Don't come near me.
You just stay over there in the Americas.
In the Australias.
Well, they're
He lives in
LA.
Australia because he
he
is
does.
legit.
Okay.
Beautiful. Sorry. Yeah.
Too legit to quit.
So read the book.
Read the book.
Read the book. I don't even know which of the movies you should watch.
Watch them both for funsies.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
At least the new one you can get through. The old one is just so bad.
you just it's a hot download is what it is. A hot download, you don't have to pay attention.
Yeah.
Just let it wash over you.
Yeah.
Like a bad
Just
dream.
get a good Moscow Mule in you.
Yeah.
And give it a watch. Definitely have a drink first, though.
Oh, yeah. Okay, let's see. Stephen King, I feel like I don't have to say...
We know who he is.
If you don't know who Stephen King is, I feel bad for you.
He's like the top horror.
Yeah, he has
thriller
more than
author.
50 books. All of them worldwide bestsellers. Wow, he had to put that in there.
Them.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Tons of them have been remade into movies. It, Shining, Under the Dome. He has a fuck ton of awards. I won't even... He's a very prolific author.
Please let us know in the comments, though, if you have no idea who Stephen King is, because that'd be delightful.
Oh my god. What are you doing?
Why are you listening to a book club podcast?
I guarantee you've seen some movie that is based on his book and you've heard about something.
Ooh, go watch Gerald's Game.
Ooh, yeah.
Netflix.
And he basically made clowns scary.
Oh, yeah.
Because clowns aren't scary, but it scared the living shit. I will never. They made me watch it again in that fucking class. I didn't look at it. It was on, and I was in the room when it was
so
playing.
Good.
Oh, he lives in Maine too.
Oh,
in the same town.
no shit.
Wow. Oh, and his wife is also a novelist, Tabitha King. Oh, and his son has some books too.
Oh yes.
Owen.
I did see that. Yeah.
And I think they're making the next thing. Dr. Sleep is being made into a movie, and that is a book. The kid from The Shining, he's an adult now. Oh. He finds another kid that has The Shining.
Oh, shit.
And, like, people want her, I think.
Okay.
I think that's the next Stephen King movie adaptation on the docket. Hopefully it's better than Pet Sematary.
Yeah.
But, you know...
Great book. Da, da, da.
Bang. Out of the park, Stephen King.
Out of the park.
Love it.
We do have something quite different for our next movie adaptation. If you've heard of 5 Feet Apart, we are going to read that. So it's a YA novel, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, look at that font. There's so many less words per page.
Lungs with flowers.
Lungs with flowers. Wow. I've heard good things about the movie.
From teenagers.
You want to... Yes.
Remember
I don't know.
Remember
you know
when
what?
we were teenagers?
Okay. Cole Sprouse is in it. I'm happy.
Okay.
He's beautiful.
Okay.
He's a wonderful human being.
Sure.
Let's give a synopsis of this. Oh, boy. All right. Stella Grant likes to be in control, even though her totally out of control lungs have sent her in and out of the hospital most of her life. At this point, what Stella needs to control most is her distance from anyone or anything that might pass along an infection and jeopardize the possibility of a lung transplant. 6 feet apart, no exceptions. The only thing Will Newman wants to be in control of is getting out of the hospital. He couldn't care less about his treatments or a fancy new clinical trial. In 1 week, he'll turn 18, and then he'll be able to unplug himself from all these machines and actually go see the world, not just its hospitals. Will's exactly what Stella needs to stay away from, but suddenly 6 feet apart doesn't feel like safety. It feels like punishment. What if they could steal back just a little bit of the space their broken lungs have stolen from them? Would 5 feet apart really be so dangerous if it stops their hearts from breaking too?
Rebels.
Stealing a foot.
Love is not worth it if you're gonna fucking die, kids. Get it together.
I'm excited to read it. It's something different.
Yeah.
And then we get to watch the movie.
You know what I did? What was that teen where they die? They have cancer. It's a real bummer.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
I watched
I know what you're talking about.
What the fuck was it called?
They had...
Shailene Woodley's in it. John Green is the author. They both have cancer. You know, everyone knows. I watched that.
I didn't watch that, but I know what you're talking about.
And it wrecked me and Mike.
There you go. We'll watch this with Mike.
Oh, he will. He, for such a big, man who's so hollow and dead inside... Teen romance and death.
Know.
He's like a little girl. It's the funniest thing.
He's
no. They're still young.
I'll try and read this with his bravado in mind.
You know, if anything, it looks like a short book. So.
I think it is. It's when you look at the page structure in Stephen King's books. Oh yeah, it's not even 300 pages.
Yeah.
It'll be breeze,
and
then we'll talk about some YA romance.
Oh, I like YA. Fantasy,
and then we'll get back to murder.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but we need a good change up every now and again.
Yes, because the True Crime Month was heavy.
True Crime Month
right
was
into
very
kids
heavy.
Dying and being remarried. We always say we're going to go light, and then we're just like, ew.
I know. Stephen King was easier to read than the True Crime, though, because I was actually scared during that.
Yes, I still check the back door obsessively, 100%. Because now I think there's a serial rapist murderer in the creek.
100%.
Which is exactly what they would do. I get it. If you see a creek, you want to kill some people.
Yeah.
I understand it. Please stay away from my
That's
creek.
the correlation. Creek,
Yeah.
murder.
I can't help but think that guy that I saw by the creek in that guy's back, like staring at his house.
Yeah.
Was he a killer?
Or just a weird peeper.
There's a neighborhood drunk who kind of I walk by him a lot, and when he passes out, he kind of just like stoops down and he'll sleep like hunched. So maybe that was him?
Oh, maybe.
I didn't look.
Maybe.
That was, you know what, that was a terrible decision I made. Because I saw him, and I didn't turn around and run. I ran towards him, away from him. Like,
You're like, well, I need to go past him.
No. And my house is not that far, so if he was a killer...
He knows where you live.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah.
So,
And he's
what
like-
a dumbass. I should... such an idiot. What if he was a killer? What if he knows? What if he's been watching me this whole time?
And he's just been, well, he wouldn't scout the house this long without
I don't know,
murdering
man.
me.
That house
He'd
is
already be murdered.
that house is for sale now, and it's been on sale for like 2 years.
They caught the Golden State Killer, man.
There could always be another one.
There could. I think it's harder to get away with these days.
Yeah. Don't kill anyone.
No. But 5 feet apart, that'll be...
Yeah. Rebels. 6 feet
Rebels.
apart. 5 feet
5
apart.
feet apart.
Boom.
Wow.
Yeah, I watched the trailer and I thought lame, but it could make me cry.
I didn't watch the trailer.
I too am someone. I think if
I don't know
you're-
how I chose this book. I didn't watch a trailer. I just knew of its
I
existence.
saw it. I see a lot of lame shit in the
Jesus.
theater. I love that. I think, I think the more dead inside you are to real events, the easier it is to cry to fake shit. Like,
Okay.
when real sad stuff happens, I'm
That's
just standing there like, meh.
That's
But
true.
when
I cry in
watch
Smallville all
movies,
the time. All the
just
time.
tearjerker.
But I think Superman's real, okay? He's real in my heart.
Sure.
Therefore,
Henry Cavill is real.
Henry Cavill's
His abs
real.
are real.
Tom Welling is real. Yeah. Superman's real in my heart.
I won't spoil Avengers, but there's a scene. There's something with Captain America's ass. And
Perfect. He's got a great butt.
him and Jon Snow. I would like to see the science about which of the because they
Jon
both
Snow
have perfect
has
asses.
literally a perfect
They did
ass.
science, guys.
Yeah,
They're perfect.
What
But
does he
which
do
of
to get
them-
that butt?
Which of them is better?
What is he doing to get that butt?
I
We
don't
need to
but I
know.
want it.
We need to know.
Take
a bite.
I'm thinking of both their butts, just like bounce. I love butts. As in the words of
like
Tina,
Tina.
Belcher, I love butts.
I love butts.
Every time I see a man, I'm like,
need to
ooh,
squeeze his butt.
let me see your butt. Butts and sweatpants.
Butts and sweatpants.
Butts and jeans, I don't know, but butts and sweatpants.
Fair
Mm.
enough. Fair enough. Yeah. You can't really see them in jeans.
Oh, God, his ass was beautiful in that movie. Such fan service, too, in that tight outfit. Now I've gone in a different
A whole
direction
different
now.
direction.
Now there's just
It
butts.
suits the YA
Yeah.
more, though, because that's what like the teenage girls think
Ooh, I
about
hope
their
they
reading.
don't have sex. There's some YA, they're like 16, and there's some intense sex scenes. Like Sarah J.
Which is creepy when
Math.
you're not 16 because you're like, this is illegal.
Yeah.
Like, is reading this illegal?
Yeah.
Like, I'm too
there's
old
some
to
that
read this
border
about
between YA and adults.
you. Oh, okay.
Like the I've mentioned it before. I really think everyone should read Throne of Glass YA series, and the sex scenes in that, and her other ones, Court of Thorns and Roses. Wow, scandal.
But they're teenagers.
They're they're like
Oh,
16,
okay.
18.
So reading that as an adult is creepy. Reading it
Yeah,
as
I
a
feel like
teen,
a
you're just
pedo.
like, okay, that's fine.
And they have such skills.
Oh.
Like, what is happening?
How
with
did you learn
two?
this?
Sex when you're a teenager is just like, done. These guys are like on counters. They got like fancy moves, and they're always elves.
You have more energy when you're 16.
Yeah, it goes out the window, kids.
And you're 20. Boom.
Bye.
No energy.
Jesus Christ.
Life hits you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, life gets better, but it also gets much worse.
Much
worse. Well, on that note,
Oh, that was Lillian.
that's Chelsea.
And join us next week for a bonus boob tube.
Boob tube.
Boob tube.
Sabrina,
It's Brina.
part 2.
Part duh.
Duh.
Part duh.
Let us.
Le duh.
I'm gonna eat some pudding.
Oh, fuck. I'm
and
going to
this
kill some
cake.
pudding.
Yum, yum, yum. I'm gonna touch the cake.
Fairly well.
Ooh, that's smooth.
That's smooth cake.
Ooh, that's fondant.
Fairly well.
Fondant. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Bye.
Ciao. Dead is better.